And without further ado, I'd like to now introduce somebody that has an illustrious career in tourism, the general manager of the Çırağan Palace, Kempinski, Ralph Radtke. And he joins us here, live on the stage. And the moderator will be Arda Saygıner from Turkey's Hürriyet newspaper. If you could take your seats, the floor is yours.
I think we are ready and free to take off our masks. So good afternoon, everyone. As you know, even though we are in the term of pandemics, we are in the very extreme period of the pandemics, we still have the term of luxury in our lives, and especially in tourism industry. And today, I'm going to ask 5 quick, very to-the-point questions to Mr. Ralph Radtke, Çırağan Kempinski Istanbul General Manager and Regional Director of Kempinski Residences in Turkey. Welcome, Mr. Radtke.
My pleasure. Thank
How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you for inviting me.
So my first question is going to be, first of all, about the recovery. So how do you see the recovery process right now in Turkey?
Well, Turkey relies on other countries also. Tourism is a world business. I'm afraid I'm less optimistic as some of the people who talked here on the Global Tourism Forum. And the reason is very simple. In the whole world, all countries have a different legislation. Now, if you're a business person and you're going to travel and you want to make some business in Istanbul, you want to go there 2 days, and during the 2 days in England, they tell you when you come back, but you have to go 14 days in quarantine. So what are you going to do? Well, you're not going to travel. You're going to try to find other solutions to do your business. Now, what I want to say is, first of all the other countries, like Europe, for example, should speak in one voice. In Europe, every country has a different approach, a different legislation, and this makes it complicated for people, tourists alike, to travel, because you cannot foresee the future. And then comes together with this the fear factor, which I call the fear factor. Are really airlines telling me the truth? Is everything fine there? And you see when you sit in the airlines next to each other, people are asking this kind of question. So I believe myself that until the end of 2022, I would say, we have still 2 years difficult in front of us. And we have to be disciplined. We have to speak in one voice, and all these big organizations like the Global Tourism Forum should participate and put the necessary pressure on different governments that we talk in the same voice. Otherwise, I believe myself, don't wait for the vaccine. I'll just only give you an example very quickly. I mean, the world population, if you only vaccine 50% of the world population, I let you imagine how long it takes. And then you have still 50% of them, unfortunately most probably in poorer countries, which are still under threat of the COVID-19. So let's say it's up to us to make sure that we come to results as we had in 2019, hopefully before.
So, but how about the luxury on the side of all these pandemic's effects? Because you always say luxury is not the essential, it's a lifestyle. That's your famous saying. So how are you going to keep pandemic standards, all the measurements, and on the other hand, the level of the luxury? How do you think you can combine both?
Let me give you an example. Huh? If you want to go from point A to point B, you can take whatever car, right? You can. You don't need to buy a Rolls-Royce, for example. You can take. I don't want to make a publicity for any car companies, but you can take a very little simple car and go from A to B. Why? People are buying a Rolls-Royce. for me, it's a lifestyle. It's not necessary, it's a lifestyle. People want always to differentiate themselves from other ones. Some of them, they want to show their fortune, that they have succeeded in life. Other ones, they are more discreet. But at the end of the day, it is always the same quality and the same service experience they want to have, whether they come to a hotel who's under pandemic norms or not. And we are adapting ourselves. I'll just give you an example. We have started to see this pandemic in, I think it was November, December last year, in our Chinese hotels in Kempinski. So I called up my colleagues. I said, hey guys, what's going on there? Huh? What are you doing against it? So they gave me a couple of ideas. And when it came to Turkey and when it came to Europe, it was by the end of February, beginning of March. So we had all the time to adapt ourselves to this unknown, let's say, question mark, which is the COVID-19. And I would like to add another thing. Too much security makes people insecure.
I agree with that.
So you have to balance the exercise of everything is to balance the security of our guests and our associates who are working every day under these circumstances and also risk their health, by the way. We are very conscious of this. So you have to balance, but still deliver an unforgettable guest experience, everlasting memories. We are representing Turkey. We are the ambassadors of Turkish hospitality in Çırağan Palace. So everybody is looking at us, what we are going to do. So we have to show the example. We have to secure and comfort our customers around the world, and like all these gentlemen and ladies who are here around in the room.
So basically you mean the luxury is still the core part of your business, even though there's pandemic, even though you're taking all the measurements, still you will be taking care of the level of your luxury and position it in the core business.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So there's also another term that you mostly use, destination marketing. And even some hotels are beyond destination, which is Çırağan Palace, but I believe actually Kempinski. So, but during the pandemic, do you think the consumer behaviors also change to choose the destination?
Yes, now, I believe myself governments, and we have some representatives from different countries around. I think it's not about selling a hotel. It's about selling a destination. So the effort should be done, including all these commercial partners you might have, like travel agents and whatever, your organizers and hotels and so forth, is to sell a destination again. So there's competition between destinations, between Istanbul and some other fancy destinations in the world. There's a competition. So I think government should concentrate putting this aggressively, let's say, merchandise the destination, and then afterwards we do the rest. On the other side, we are more lucky because we are an iconic hotel. So iconic hotels never die. They always remain since hundreds of years. They're always the same. I can cite some of them, like the Ritz in Paris, for example, or I don't know, the Savoy in London, for example. And these hotels, Çırağan Palace is one of them. So actually you are going to a destination. Çırağan Palace is a destination. The Ritz Paris is a destination. They will always remain. So I would say it's an opportunity for us to enhance our position and also to clean the market of so-called luxury hotels. So today everything is luxury and everybody say it's luxury, but well, is it in real life like this? I make my big question marks.
So how about the crisis management in that case? Because the pandemic was a big crisis for your industry. So do you think the way of how to manage is going to change in the future? Because you manage many crises during your entire career. So how about now? What kind of approach the industry is going to build towards crisis management?
Well, like the Vice Minister of Tourism just said before, I think Turkey took very good actions. We are very happy the way how they managed globally this crisis, and we can only support what they have done. So the lessons I would take out of it is follow the rules and regulations. Mm-hmm. Don't invent things which are useless. Follow the rules and regulations, and then you can enhance it in an intelligent way. It's a possibility to take the dust away from your organization. The way how you managed your properties or your company 10 years ago, most probably is not the same anymore. So it's a good opportunity to challenge the way how you were working before and adapt. And only these companies who can do this will take the advantage of the competitors. This is what I believe. So take the dust away from your organization and try to use this pandemic as an opportunity to get advance of your competition.
So my last question, Mr. Radtke, is going to be about the new trends. Besides all these topics, what kind of trends do you expect in the future in tourism industry during pandemics or maybe after pandemics?
Well, okay, the customer behavior will be not the same. You see, for example, we have here a global, worldwide, important conference. It's hybrid. I think it's the biggest one we had so far in Turkey. So we are just, everybody's online. So this most probably will remain. Also for cost reasons, most probably people will remain in the destination once the pandemic has been vanquished. On the other side, I believe that people look for more sustainability. We are talking a long time about sustainability, but what actually had been done, let's say, in the tourism business? Honestly, very few things. I think it's the possibility today to really sit around the table and create new norms also for the hotels and the way how we operate hotels, to give something back to the future and to adapt to the customer's behavior of tomorrow. I think the big beton buildings with 1,000 rooms are out. People looking for more experiences. When I go to Turkey, I want to feel Turkey. I don't want to feel Miami. Otherwise, I would go to Miami, right? So this will be more, let's say, more smaller hotels integrated in the landscaping. Use local materials as much as you can, because this makes also the people live in the country, and this is also one of the responsibilities of international hotel groups to make sure that internally the people in the country take advantage out of the implementations of this hotel. So there are multitudes of things. Look, give you an example. We had to adapt ourselves. We made luxury picnic. Nobody would have imagined.
I attended it, by the way. It was a great experience in the garden of the palace.
So nobody was expecting a luxury picnic in Çırağan Palace in the gardens. But we had even film stars, which I don't want to name, who found this a great opportunity, and people came together, sitting in the gardens and having their picnic. We created the Çırağan Palace shop since a short time.
That was my next question, actually, before we end the session. So are there any exciting news? I think the online shop is one of them, so could you tell us a little bit?
Yes, online shop is one of them, because we believe, okay, everybody is delivering everything to whatever it is. But are they delivering everything in relation with the hygienic and safety regulations we have in place today? I don't know, and you don't know. What I know is what we are delivering. So we don't do everything. We do only the best what we can do, with the best local products, everything homemade, everything in safe environment. And I tell you, at the moment I speak, we had put it online, I think yesterday, if my memory is right, we have more than 350, 360 people already on our side. It seems not a lot, but in one day, well, I think it speaks for himself, and we are very happy to contribute also to in this area. But there are other exciting news which we are going to put in place. We have a lot of ideas. I work with all the executives of the hotel. We have everybody has ideas, and we try to surprise our guests with new, maybe a little bit unexpected things, which you would not expect for Çırağan Palace to happen. No?
You have, I think, very unique items, designed, unique, tasteful, as far as I know.
Exactly. So yeah, okay, it's not very good for my line, because my wife always said I have to lose 10 kilos. So I said this is not possible. This is wishful thinking. But no, we have great all our chocolate, everything we do homemade. We don't buy anything outside anymore, but with local products. And in the future, we're going to enhance all these kind of things. We are not talking only about sustainability, where you take the straw away or the plastic away. This is already music from yesterday. I mean, you have to go one step further. You know, that's it's not nobody will because of a plastic straw you take away. Hey,
exactly.
I mean, you know,
exactly.
No, we have to take one step further and look maybe also on the way how we work today. Does everybody needs to be in a hotel and an office or whatever, while every square meter costs a lot of money? So can they not work in a different way at home? They might be more productive at the end of the day than while they're sitting behind an office. So there are many things which we can clear up to keep still the advantage of our competitors, and for sure we represent Turkey. That's the most important thing, because our hotel is in Istanbul. Everybody knows our property. And we have there a responsibility to always to be the number one and to keep it up and always one step in front.
So, Mr. Radtke, thank you very much for your great summary about the pandemics and luxury travel. So we appreciate your attendance and the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you.
Thank you.